Hello everyone. Today I will be reviewing Campa Energy Drink. This is something I'm excited about. So for the longest time, Indian energy drinks was dominated by Red Bull and Monster, and those are extortionately expensive. Couple years ago, Sting was introduced to the market. It costed 30 rupees back then, now it's 20. And it revolutionized Indian energy drinks. For better or for worse, of course, we all know what do you say? The associations with Sting. Let's not go there. Fact is, Sting is a very good product. It's very well priced. It is an energy drink which has an adequate amount of caffeine. It's very easily accessible. And flavor wise, it's not too bad. For a while, they had this limited edition blue flavor, and I loved the blue flavor. They don't sell it anymore, unfortunately. I loved it. I don't like the red one as much, but the red one it tastes fine. It's very well priced. It has a lot of caffeine, which you want, and it's super available, readily available. So, Sting is a beautiful product, incredible product. And now, after that, a lot of competitors came in the market. There's Hell, there's Predator. I never tried Hell. All I remember is that Predator is hopelessly mediocre. It's more expensive than Sting, and it doesn't taste as good as anything. Red Bull has a ton of brand value. Monster has brand value. And Monster's flavors, extremely expensive. But a half-liter Monster, which is way too much caffeine for anyone, any reasonable person, they have a lot of good flavors. The Mango Loco is my favorite. I've only had that one particular flavor. I have two or three. And Mango Loco is a really nice flavor. But it's very expensive. So, Indians are really stuck between very expensive Red Bull, which tastes bad, extremely expensive Monster, which tastes really good, perfectly good Sting, which has unfortunate relations to it, and hopelessly mediocre products. Hopelessly mediocre. Completely irrelevant. Campa has re-entered the Indian market. It has Campa Cola. Your dads would remember that. It has an orange flavor and a lime flavor. Now the orange and lime are pretty bad, but the cola flavor is very well priced at half the price of Pepsi and Coke, and is actually perfectly well. It's actually a really good drink. I'm still a big fan of Thumbs Up. Thumbs Up is my favorite mainstream soda. My favorite all time is Rio. If you can find Rio, not energy drink, Rio, it comes in a very cool looking can. Any flavor except the guava one. Extremely good. 9 out of 10 product. Super rare to find. I wish it was available. I wish it was mainstream. My favorite. Also reasonably cheap. 45 rupees a can. Anyways, let's get back to this. Campa has re-entered Indian market, and it has come up with an energy drink. And the Indian market has been dying for one. I shall be tasting it in this glass so you guys can see the color of it. This is completely room temperature, not chilled. Nice crack. And the aroma is the exact same as Red Bull. It smells exactly the same as Red Bull does. This has how much caffeine? 60 milligram for 200 ml, which would be 70 milligram for 250 ml. How big is this can? And this is a 330 ml can, which is a standard Indian pint. So 250 milliliters has 75 milligrams of caffeine, which is more than Sting, ever so slightly more than Sting, a little bit more than Red Bull, and it costs 50 rupees, and it smells like Red Bull. Smells extremely like Red Bull. Even Predator smells vaguely like Red Bull, but let's not talk about that. The color, let's see the color. It's this. I hope it comes on camera nicely. It's a very sickly neon, not sickly, it's a very neon, artificial, syrupy looking, or yellow. Like if someone tried to make the color of beer with food coloring, look like this. I think Red Bull also has the same color, but I've never seen Red Bull, like, seen the liquid actually. It smells exactly like Red Bull. So, like, if you want to give someone Red Bull without actually having to pay for it, this is like perfectly well. It has a very mellow taste, similar to Red Bull. Now, this of course this isn't chilled, so that might be a factor, but its taste is much more mellow than Red Bull is. It's not as harsh. It doesn't mean it tastes good. It means it tastes less bad. Red Bull has a bad taste and a very intense taste. This is a bad taste, not so intense. Better, but not good. It's just so strikingly like Red Bull, no? So strikingly like Red Bull. If you changed the label on this, if you swap this label with a Red Bull label, I would not know the difference. Now, it tastes nice. I'm starting to think that it tastes nice. I'm warming up to its flavors. Now, it might be because I'm not used to Red Bull flavor, but I know what to expect. Right. I don't drink enough Red Bull to actually get used to the flavors, but I've had enough to know that what to expect from it. Okay, it'll taste like this. It'll taste harsh. It'll taste a bit pineapple. I don't know. Red Bull's flavor is completely unique. But anyways, this tastes exactly like Red Bull, but just a mellower, easier to have version. I am slightly disappointed because, see, the thing is that energy drinks don't need to taste like anything. The flavor cola has been around for centuries. The orange flavor has been around for about a century. The Fanta flavor, Mirinda's a bit sweeter, Fanta's a bit harsher. The lemon lime flavor with 7-Up, Mountain Dew, Sprite, they all have. We know what to expect. So what Campa has been doing is that it's been trying to recreate these flavors, and it's been doing pretty bad at it. The cola flavor is nice, but it's not as good as Pepsi. It's not as good as Coke, and it's definitely not as good as Thumbs Up. It costs half the price, which is why I buy it, but otherwise, I don't see a reason to why. So I really hope that Campa would, what do you say? I mean, do you think Campa has sort of given up on trying to make a new flavor? No, see, Campa tried to recreate a flavor here, and they did very well at it. They did a very good job at recreating a well-established flavor. But I wish they didn't. I wish they made a completely new flavor. What I like about Sting is that it tastes like nothing else. It tastes like nothing else. Monster tastes like nothing else. Red Bull tastes like nothing else. Sting tastes like nothing else. Campa Energy tastes like Red Bull. What is the point? I wish they had some, uniqueness in their flavors. create something instead of something harsh and mellow. Say instead of something harsh and angry, like Red Bull and Monster, or sickeningly sweet like Sting. They could have gone for for anything. Energy drinks don't need to have any flavor. I mean, they don't need to have a expectable flavor. No energy drink has an expectable flavor, but they've made it expectable. So this flavor is called Gold Boost, and it's gold. It'll give you a boost, and I hope this flavor means that they'll create new flavors. Because Gold Boost doesn't mean anything, right? It's like Gatorade flavors. Blue Bolt means nothing. What does Blue Bolt mean? Nothing. There's no Blue Bolt flavor. Gold Boost, no flavor. So they can experiment with creating completely new flavors, and I really hope they go that way. Anyways, perfectly cromulent drink. Perfectly cromulent. It is very well priced at 50 rupees for a can. Yeah, 50 rupees for a can. So it is more expensive than Sting. But everything's more expensive than Sting. And I feel like it is strategically placed at this price, which is exactly half of Red Bull's 99. Just the same as Campa Cola's being priced at half the price of Pepsi. Also, I think that they made it more expensive because they don't want to get it associated the same way Sting has gotten associated with things. But yeah, go try it if you want a Red Bull, but you can't afford it. Because go for Campa Energy Drink. It's great. Nothing wrong about it except it's a little unimaginative. Solid 7.5 out of 10. Loses points for having no real originality. And that flavor of which they copied isn't even good. So 7.5 out of 10. Absolutely buy it.